AskReddit by Addictive Princes. Do you fear death? Why not? I used to think I'd be content when the time came. But after an experience where one wrong move could have ended with my death, I am no longer okay with dying. I have so much I haven't done and so much I want to do. So many people that would be affected by my loss. I don't want to put anyone through something like that if it can be prevented. I know death is inevitable, but if I can choose to die of old age, then I'd choose that over anything else. So to answer your question, yes, I fear death. I had the opposite. Fear around death, but after what felt like 1 or 2 close calls I felt less afraid. Dying yes. Death no. Edit. Dying seems violent and painful. Death appears to be like a sweet relief, I can only presume. There's a 2-minute video I saved to my phone about this. There was a guy doing street interviews about people's fear of death, and one guy's response gave me peace. He said he had an aneurysm or something recently and died 5x in the hospital. The interviewer asked how it's changed him. He said he's nervous because of how peaceful it was, that he's having trouble accepting coming back to life's pain. Said he misses that feeling and trying to cope with being back. Wow. Yes. My brain can't comprehend a lack of consciousness. I wish I believed in an afterlife, but I think you just cease to exist. I know that, in theory, it's illogical to be scared because nothing is nothing. I won't be here to contemplate that. But the idea of not existing terrifies me. Yeah, it gives me the chill and makes my skin crawl. I can't quite explain it, but it's so frightening to me I crawl under duvet on my phone. I fear the last moments. The moments when you're aware that, this is it, there's no more to it, it's gonna be over forever. All gone, just like that. One thing that comforts me is that forever goes by fast. Yeah, we don't have a consciousness to experience time, so that means we don't experience anything. But, if anything were to happen after death it would be instant. If not, then oh well, doesn't matter because you are still dead, right? I used to lose sleep over the fear of death, always thinking about how we all have to go someday. Now, I've chilled out about it. If it happens, it happens. Let's just enjoy the time we've got here. You mean when, not if. Accepting that is the biggest step to chill. I've been a nurse for 24 years. I'm not afraid of death, I'm afraid of pain and suffering beforehand. Have you seen anything with patients that makes you think there is an afterlife? I don't fear my own death, it is part of life, but I do fear the fact that my loved ones may die or the effect that my death will have on them. This is exactly my fear as well. No, life is exhausting. I don't wanna suffer though. Same. I'm more afraid of life. My biggest fear is being elderly, disabled, and broke. No, death fears me. Found Chuck Norris. Non-existence is terrifying. Not an easy concept for a conscious being to come to grips with. From our own perspective, we've always existed and that ending doesn't fit within our perspective. It's why religion exists. Hard to imagine not being. The process, not the end result. So many people here that don't fear death. I'm like, how? I believe in the afterlife and even I fear death. I do sometimes question whether it is real or not. I want to believe it is real. My sister committed suicide years ago, and I want so badly to be able to see her again. My sister didn't fear death, actually she spoke of looking forward to it. I'm too young and love life too much. I don't understand. More of a fear of missing out. Nope, it's inevitable, so why to fear? I don't want my kid to grow up not having a dad. The thought of my partner being alone raising him. Yeah, I fear death. I mean, death doesn't scare me, it happens to us all. The death of people I love scares me. Thinking of some horrible ways I could die scares me. But my death doesn't. I do now that I have my shit together. I used to be an IV drug user who was almost welcoming death. It seemed like the easier path to the life I was living. Ever since I got clean, married, and moved to a new country, I've been terrified of dying and leaving behind the life I worked so hard to build and the people in my life who I love so much. Congratulations on your recovery. You should share your success story on one of the recovery subs. We need to know success is possible. After my loved ones all gather around the other side of the rainbow bridge, I guess I won't fear death. I know they are waiting for me, and I will be happy to see them again. No, death is a sweet release from this world to the origin of our souls. I only fear the pain that could accompany it. I'm not afraid to die. Just don't want to be around when it happens. My best friend died Saturday. Aggressive lung cancer diagnosis. Gone in 3 weeks. I spent a lot of time with him. He taught me how to die. It wasn't pleasant or easy, but damn he was brave. Fought a hopeless fight like a warrior. He said to me, "I'm not in the least afraid to die, but I'd rather not die in here." I got to tell him what he meant to me even though I didn't have to say it. So no, I'm not afraid to die. I hope I'm as brave. I guess we'll all find out, 'cause none of us are getting out of here alive, as they say. Death no, dying yes. I fear death for only one reason. If I die before my time, I would not be able to finish appreciating Akira Toriyama masterpiece. I fear what's after death, so yes. Nothing isn't so bad. I died last July. Being revived is the hard part. Yup. Absolutely terrified of it. Same, how do you cope with it? Nope, had a near-death experience in 2012, went to the other side, it was all love, and no judgment, felt like coming home. That majestic place was reality, all of the life I had lived was a dream, and I was waking up. Beautiful doesn't describe it, it will be wonderful for us all eventually. Even if it wasn't real and it was my brain shutting down, which I don't think it was so peaceful for me. I don't fear it happening again in any way. I will welcome it next time around, whenever that may be. Thank you for sharing. I couldn't agree more.